Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, my name is Kasturi. I'm a student at University of Melbourne and I'm studying Masters in Management Marketing. I'm not sure if the sliding is good or bad, but we're gonna roll with it. So today's video is going to be about how to choose the right university and the right course. And it can be really overwhelming when you're looking at all of the university courses because I've been through that stage and I know how overwhelming can that be. So today I'm going to share my experience and a few strategies that helped me to choose the right university and the right course. Also guys, when I say right university and the right course, to be honest, it's not that deep. It's not a do or a die situation. It's fine if sometimes you feel like you are not at the right place, or sometimes you feel like you could have done better, because your university does not guarantee, or it's not the golden ticket for you to land a good job. This has been the most harsh realities that I've got in the past 7 months of being in Australia, is that your university does not guarantee you a good job. What really matters is your skill set, your networking, and your experience, your expertise in that field. I've seen people from non-group of 8 universities get a good job, and people from the top universities struggling to find an internship. In Australia, it's pretty much your skills that really matter and that would help you to get a job. It's not the name of the university or the name of your degree that helps. Unlike India, in India, if you like go to a good university, if you go to a good college, you are guaranteed with getting a good job. But that's so not the case in Australia. So I'm at the University of Melbourne, and the reason I actually had applied to 5 universities and I'd got an offer from all of them. But the reason I went ahead with University of Melbourne was purely because they offered me a good scholarship. All the other universities that I applied to and I got an offer from did not give me scholarship. I remember getting some scholarship, like 25% scholarship from RMIT, but when I got an offer from UniMelB with 50%, I had literally no excuse to not take admission here. And I get that it's like twice expensive as other universities. If I wouldn't have got the scholarship, I think I would have still taken admission here, because University of Melbourne has been one of my dream universities. I always wanted to study abroad. I always knew that I wanted to pursue my masters abroad, and I always had a set of list in my mind, a list of universities that I wanted to go to. For example, King's College London, UCL, Imperial, um, Queen's Mary, University of Melbourne. And there were so many of them that I wanted to go to. But then after doing my research, I realized that Australia would be the best fit for me. University of Melbourne was kind of on the top of all of them. So even if it was not the scholarship, I think I would have still been here. Actually, I want to share a funny case. So, a lot of people ask me on LinkedIn and on Instagram that how and why did I get admission in UniMelB? And that really made me question myself. Not like I was self doubting, but I always wondered what was like the reason that they'd given me an offer. So, I actually mailed my university asking them why did they decide to give me an offer. And here's a screenshot of what that mail looks like. They said that it was purely because of academics. And yeah, there you have it, the answer. Now, as I was talking about these scholarships, I feel like scholarships are one of the most important criteria when you have to choose your university. Initially, I was planning to do Masters in Marketing course, which is a different course than MIM Marketing. And one of my friends had suggested me to do the MIM Marketing course because it came with a scholarship. The Masters in Marketing course did not have any scholarships. Yeah, not all courses have scholarships, and not all universities provide scholarships. There might be some universities that don't give scholarships at all, and there are some that provide, but not for all the courses. So you have to really go into the depths of your research to find out which universities offer which scholarships or which courses come with scholarships. Now, again, some of these scholarships are auto granted by the university. You did not fill some other form or apply yourself. Some of them are directly granted by the university. Some of them are not. So you might have to do a little more research. You might have to fill up some form or write an essay, give some extra effort. But The scholarship that I have got was auto granted. And if you want to know more about scholarships, honestly, when you're doing your research, when you're finding out your courses, there would always be a page linked to scholarships. So when you're actually looking for your course, there would always be a scholarships page right nearby. Visit that page and find out if your course actually fits into any scholarship. And if it does, don't forget to check out if it requires any form to be filled or any extra effort from your side. Now, before getting into the video, I know this is already a very big intro, but I've made an Excel sheet in case if anyone wants to use that. I will be linking the Excel sheet, like the original Excel sheet that I used, and a template as well in the description box. So I use this Excel sheet to keep everything organized. I had written the name of the university, the ranking, the tuition fees, any scholarships if it provided, the application dates, and any just important information. I had also added the location because that was one of the most important criterias for me, like the location of the university. So I will be linking the Excel sheet, like the original Excel sheet and the template of that Excel sheet in my description box in case anybody wants to find out, because I get it, researching about university and course can be really overwhelming. You would have so much of information and you want to keep that in one place. So I think an Excel sheet is a very good option. It also really helps when you want to explain it to somebody. So I remember when I had first visited my consultancy, I'd given them this Excel sheet straight away saying that these are the universities that I've shortlisted, these are the courses that I've shortlisted in these universities, and I want them, like, I want you to apply to only these ones. So I was really clear at first that what course I want to do and what university I want to go to. And all of this research took about like 1 or 2 months, because this is the initial research that you're doing by yourself. So you want to be quite mindful when you're doing it. You don't want to miss on anything. For example, if I wouldn't have known about the Master of Management in Marketing course, I would have wasted so many $1,000 doing the Masters of Marketing course. Now, actually, let's just get started with the factors that you might want to consider. So, the first one is the course content. It makes me so unhappy when people don't actually look for their course content and just choose the course just by the name of it. Like, there'll be two universities that might call or have the same course name, but then there'll be so many different things that they'll be providing in it. I would suggest you to please go through the university handbook. So you don't have to the you could use the university handbook to understand what are your subjects, what are your foundational subjects, your capstone subjects, your electives, your core subjects, and like your assignments, if the course comes with an internship, or every single detail about that course. You'll find all of this information in the handbook, and the handbook is very easy to access. You don't have to be a registered student of that university to access the handbook. You could just do a simple Google search, like saying, for example, I looked for Handbook 2025, University of Melbourne Masters in Management Marketing course. And then I had like got all the information regarding the subjects, the assignments, literally everything. So after you've done with your universities and after you've done with your courses, I suggest that go a little deeper, understanding what are the course contents so that it becomes easier for you to shortlist it even further. Now, the second important factor when you want to choose your university you might want to consider is the location and the lifestyle. It was one of the most important factors for me because I was very sure I didn't want to go to Brisbane, or I didn't want to go to Adelaide or Perth or Canberra. I just wanted to either go to Melbourne or Sydney, because I've never lived in a very busy city like this before. And I know the experience I'd be getting in these two cities would be so much different than the experience I'll be getting in the other cities in Australia. Not that I'm saying that these cities are much better. Some people actually prefer living in Brisbane, Canberra, Adelaide, Perth, and other parts of Australia. But I just feel like I would be someone who'd like the city life much than a more laid back life in Australia. Now, the third thing that I want to address, again, something that we've already talked about is the scholarship and the fees. Like I said, I only got mine because I had done some research and I talked to people. I'll suggest you to talk to your alumni or the people that are currently studying in the university to get a better idea of which course is popular or which course is better. After coming here, after coming to UniLB, I realized that so many of the students are doing the MIM marketing course and not the masters of marketing course. So you might want to talk to people on LinkedIn or on Instagram or wherever possible to find out which course or which university is better. The fourth thing that you might want to consider is the networking opportunities. So as I said, location does matter for some people when they have to choose their universities. I feel like the location of your university also determines your networking opportunities. If you'd be studying in Melbourne or Sydney, you the chances of you meeting new people would be much more than when if you would be living in Brisbane or Canberra or any other place. I'm not saying this is better than this, but it's quite obvious that if you're living in a very busy city, a city where there are people from international destinations, people from different backgrounds and experiences, people that are both students and working professionals, the chances of you networking would be much, much higher than if you're in Brisbane, where you would be meeting more native people, more Australians. Some people do prefer that as well. And it's just, I feel like it's more of a personal choice what you would like to prefer. If you would like to be somewhere where you'd be meeting people from all around the world, or if you want to be somewhere which is quite native and you'd be meeting more Australians. Another thing that you might want to consider is the career opportunities and the internship opportunities at your university. Now, to be honest, this is not a very easy task. Like, you could not just do a simple Google search asking what is the rate of people getting a job after graduating from this university. It's not that easy. The only way to find that out is to talk to people who are in the university or who have graduated from the university. Also, in the beginning of this video, I said that universities are not golden tickets for you to get a good job, but being from a group of 8 universities does make a difference. I feel like the curriculum is much strict, the exams are quite tough, the assignments are quite tough, and employers do notice that. Like, being from a good university, like a prestigious university, does add a leverage. I won't say it's the only thing for you to get a job. Obviously, there are so many other factors involved, but it does add a leverage. It does add a leverage to your profile. It's such a pretty bird. So, yeah, being from a group of 8 universities is not the only thing. It's not like a golden ticket for you to get a job, but it does add a leverage. That's it from my side. That were all the things that I wanted to talk about when you have to choose a course or when you have to choose your university. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's quite loud. So, yeah, that's it from my side, guys. Um, I hope that this video has helped you in some way. I have linked the Excel sheet in the description box, so please check it out. If you're still in the research stage, that'd be really helpful for you. And if you found this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And also, if you are a student who is currently in a university and watching this video, I'll suggest that please write any more of the factors that you had considered in your research stage so that other students can refer to it. Yeah, that's it from my side. I will see you guys in my next one. I will be making a lot of informative videos in future. So if you are somebody interested in studying in Australia, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Peace out.